Aye. Motion carries. I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the January 25th, 2022 meeting.
I'll second
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries.
Hey, Megan, I wasn't here on that.
On abstain?
All correspondence, any submitted? Okay.
None submitted.
All right, in a minute, I'm going to open it up for public input, which is limited to 3 minutes. Public input is an opportunity for the public to address the town board. Any resident who does not wish to attend a town board meeting in person may also submit public input via email. Unfortunately, here in Stony Point and in other municipalities, individuals have made defamatory remarks against private citizens and discriminatory comments. No matter who or what the content is, we do not broadcast public comments on our Facebook Live feed. Our Facebook Live feed will resume after the public input portion of when the meeting is over. Thank you. Public input, we have Mr. George Patanovic Jr.
Supervisor, members of the board, my name is George Patanovic. I live at 597 Old Gate Hill Road in Stony Point, and I'm president of the Stony Point Action Committee for the Environment. I signed up to speak at the last town board meeting held on January 25th during public input. My purpose for speaking during that meeting was to read a letter that I had sent to the supervisor and town board and present a petition that included 63 signatures from Stony Point residents. And as of today, that number of signatures has increased to over 115. The purpose of that petition was to ask the town board to begin to hold its meetings again on Zoom, to make it more accessible to more people and to allow the kind of interchange that's so important in the town board meeting and for public input. I did not realize when I was speaking during the public input that the Facebook Live had been unplugged before I was speaking, and that it was not heard by the residents who were viewing.
And George, just so you're aware, that was not just for you. We haven't done Facebook
without
Live.
you interrupting me. This
George,
is public input. This
excuse
is
me,
public input.
it's my
This is not
meeting.
the supervisor's report.
I'm just addressing.
You can have time after I speak to address anything I say. I was unplugged and not heard by the residents who were viewing the town board meeting from home on Facebook Live. I believe this violates my constitutional rights protected under freedom of speech, and I contacted an attorney, Michael Sussman, who's a civil rights attorney, who sent you a letter. I would like to read that letter tonight. To Mr. Monahan, this was sent on January 28th. George Patanovic and Space have retained my law office, and I write to try to resolve a dispute and avert litigation. The pandemic has caused a profound disruption in many towns and villages, curtailing live public meetings and disallowing some to attend live meetings. Efforts to replicate the character of those meetings are critical to both maintaining the transparency of government and allowing the kind of public participation and dialogue which live town board meetings historically provided. The Stony Point Town Board conducted Zoom meetings into the year 2021. This allowed members of the public to observe town board do its business, to offer comments and concerns to its members. In making these comments and expressing these concerns, residents of the town and others spoke not merely to the town board members, but to the public at large. Indeed, the forum contemplates the sharing of information and concerns with community, not merely to the town board members. However, currently your town uses Facebook Live, which has two features of concern. First, members of the public watching from home cannot make comments. And second, the comments made by members of the public at the live meetings are not broadcast to those listening. Indeed, as I understand it, your board has made an affirmative decision to disallow members of the public watching live stream to hear what the public speakers say. No rationale justifies either restriction. First, members of the public who cannot attend meetings due to health issues should not be disallowed from speaking to the board. Their rights as town residents should not be compromised because of health concerns that inhibit their attendance to town board meetings. It is feasible to allow these persons to participate in meetings, and this was done about 6 months ago. Second, of disallowing those from watching and hearing the comments made by its members of the public speaking at your meetings inhibits the force and effect of the letter's expression. These speakers are not just speaking to your board, they are addressing those attending the meeting and your board and had chosen to cut off their capacity to do so. Again, there is no coherent explanation for doing this other than a desire to control the message coming from your meetings, a plainly unconstitutional instinct. It is in this light, I would strongly suggest that the town board consider reinstituting Zoom function for your meetings, allowing members of the public to speak, whether or not they are physically attend the town board meetings, and allowing those who do not attend and speak live at the meetings to be heard by all those attending, whether in person or virtually. Such a change would be better allow your current meetings to replicate live meetings held pre-pandemic. As my clients are deeply concerned about these issues and have unsuccessfully sought redress from your board, kindly advise within 15 days whether you will make the sought changes or others which accomplish the cited purposes. Thank you very much. Yours respectfully, Michael H. Sussman.
Thank you for your public input.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to speak.
That's all we have this evening for public input. I'm going to make a motion to sponsor the Great American Cleanup for a community sponsorship.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. This is a great event that's held every year.